guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Teacher92 and today I'm going to be telling you Lindsay's story. So grab a snack, grab a drink, make sure you're comfy because this might be a long one, but we'll just get right into it. So Lindsay Jo Rimmer was just 13 years old when she went missing. Lindsay lived with her parents, two sisters and a brother in Hebden Bridge, which is in West Yorkshire. Now, some of the articles that I read said that she was in year 9, some said she was in year 8, but I'm not really sure. But either way, she attended Calgary High School and she was just described as a popular pupil, and she was just the same as any other innocent, loving 13-year-old. Lindsay initially went missing on the evening of 7th of November 1994. She had left her home in Cambridge Street, at around 10 p.m. and went to meet with her mother, who was at the trades club where she was having drinks with a friend. And when Lindsay arrived, her mum offered for Lindsay to join her for a soft drink, but Lindsay declined this offer. She then proceeded to walk from the trades club to her local spa shop and was caught on CCTV at 10:22 p.m. as she bought cornflakes. This would be the last sighting of Lindsay alive, and I'll link the CCTV in the description below if you want to go and see it. Now, Lindsay wasn't actually reported missing until the day after, so she was reported missing on the 8th of November, and that was because her local newsagents rang her parents to say that she hadn't turned up for her paper round that morning. And that's when her parents had checked her room and noticed that her bed had not been slept in the night before. When Lindsay was reported missing, police had initially suspected that she had just run away, like they normally do, And the reason why they suspected that was because locals had been speculating that she had been having problems at home, but this was strongly denied by her family. So now we're going to fast forward 5 months to the 12th of April 1995. Lindsay's body was tragically discovered by 2 canal workers who were initially checking for debris, and her body was found in Rochdale Canal, I believe, which is a mile from where she went missing. Now, one of the workers that discovered the young girl's body was Andy Glover, who said that he had initially thought that he'd come across a dead sheep, but then realised it was actually the missing teen. And her injuries were so severe that her voice box had actually been flattened against her spinal column. And then, if that wasn't horrific enough, the killer then went on to dump Lindsay's body in the canal, but made sure to weigh her body down with a 20-pound boulder before doing so. There was no sign of sexual assault within the autopsy. I can't imagine how much that broke the parents and what it's like to have that sort of news. It must be absolutely heartbreaking to realise what your daughter had gone through in her last moments. On the investigation side of it, in 1994, the main focus was on a white bearded male who was aged in his 40s to 50s that was said to have been approaching youngsters with undue interest. The man was believed to have been driving a red Honda with the registration number of FYY215W, which was stolen in Leeds and later abandoned in Sheffield. But unfortunately, there was no DNA found in the car belonging to Lindsay. There was one man who was initially named as a potential suspect, which was John Taylor, who at the time of the article I was reading, it was written in 2004, he was currently serving 2 life sentences for the kidnap and murder of Leeds teenager Leanne Tiernan. Detectives also investigated possible links between Lindsay's murder and Tony King, who was arrested by Spanish police over the deaths of 2 teenage girls on the Costa del Sol. Unfortunately, no connection was ever found between either of these men and Lindsay's murder. Then in November of 2016, there was a glimmer of hope when a 63-year-old man was arrested. However, he was released 4 months later without charge. And then the same thing happened in 2017 with a 68-year-old man who was also released without charge. Now, despite the police hitting so many hurdles in this case, they have vowed to never give up on finding Lindsay's killer. Now, Senior Investigating Officer Detective Superintendent Simon Atkinson, which is still the guy that is on the case today, said that despite all their efforts to bring Lindsay's killer to justice over the years, they have not been able to do this. At the time that the superintendent made his statement, police had been working with Canadian forensic specialists for the last 2 years to see if any DNA could be used to trace Lindsay's killer. However, this work has now come to an end, but that hasn't stopped police, as they are still trying and using different techniques all the time to examine evidence. Detective Superintendent Simon Atkinson says he believes that somebody out there has the answers they are looking for, and that Lindsay's family are so desperate to hear. And he said that the person either still lives in Hebden Bridge or they lived there, and somebody does know something, and he's hoping that somebody comes forward with any information that they have. Now, there have been a couple of conspiracy theories surrounding this case. There was one going around from members of the public. They were said to have been pointing the finger at Lindsay's dad, but he has never been investigated and has never been a suspect. You know, he's never been considered a suspect by police themselves. And the other conspiracy theory was that Jimmy Savile might have been responsible, and that was said because he used to take holidays at Cragvale, near to Lindsay, and a local reverend called Graham Kent wants police to investigate Savile's links to the case. But I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but considering all the information that came out about Jimmy Savile after he died, it's not impossible. But that, guys, is all the information I could find on the case, so that's all that I've got, really. For me, there are a lot of unanswered questions, like, you know, why did her parents not notice that she was missing until the next day? You know, that's by no means me pointing the finger at them or anything. It's just, I think it's a bit odd not to check that your child got back safely, no matter how safe you believe the area you live in to be, you know? I just thought they might have popped in to see if she was in her bed before they'd gone to sleep, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And then, because there was no sign of sexual assault, does that mean that Lindsay tried to fight back and that's why she was killed? Or was it because this was a serial killer and it was just an unknown one? Or was she just killed for the sake of it? There's so many unanswered questions in this case, and I don't know if we're ever going to get the answers. But I'm hoping that they catch whoever did it, so that there's some sort of justice for her family, you know. But what do you guys think about this case? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you have any cases you would like me to cover. As always, my thoughts and prayers go out to the family, and I really, really do hope that they get justice for Lindsay. And that's all we have for today, so thank you guys for listening. Please like, subscribe and share. I'm sending all my love and positivity your way. And until next time, stay safe. Bye.